to Powell Osteopathy and Massage. If we haven't met, my name's Sarah and I'll be guiding you through this 20-minute beginner yoga practice today. As always, please move with your breath, modify however you need to work with the body that you have today. And if you like this, please do give us a thumbs up. Feel free to share with anyone that you think may benefit. Let's begin our practice, finding our way into a wide-legged child's pose to begin. So we'll find our way into a wide-legged child's pose, coming through tabletop. Take your knees a little bit wider than your hips, and let your hips sink down towards or onto your heels. Your forehead rests on something, so it might be the ground or a pillow. Let the arms be out in front with the shoulders relaxed. You can stack your hands, you can stack your fists to give your forehead that resting place. And as your eyes close, start to guide your awareness into the inner body, into the inner landscape. And as you start to land here in the space, here in your body, bring your awareness to the breath. Begin to guide the breath, inhaling through the nostrils, and smooth nostril exhales. So this way of breathing becomes our base. Smooth nostril breath in, smooth nostril breath out. And this breath guides us into and out of and between these postures or these shapes. So take your time, slow down, and move with your breath with curiosity. Giving yourself this time and this space to just explore, to be, to land. With your next breath in, rise to table. Stacking the shoulders on top of the wrists, the knees under the hips. With your breath in, drop your belly, heart forward, tail and crown lift up. So it's called cow pose. As you exhale, begin at your belly, start to lift up. Rolling up through the spine, hands press down, head rolls in, cat. Inhale takes you back through center into that cow shape. Moving through the spine as you exhale, angry cat, belly lifts up, hands gently press down, head and tail roll in. Again, breath in guides you back through center to cow. And exhale takes you into that shape of angry cat. If you can, close your eyes and find two more on your own. At the bottom of your exhale, in that cat shape, with your breath in, come back into table, spread the fingers, curl the toes, start to lift your knees up and your hips back into downward dog shape, so kind of like an inverted V. For this, you bend your knees however much you need so that you're not rounding through the low back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take our dog for a little walk. Bend your left knee, root the right heel down or towards the ground. Invite a breath into the back of your right leg. And as you exhale, switch sides so the right heel lifts and the left heel draws towards the ground. Inhale, switch sides. You're just moving, exhale, switch again with your breathing. keep going, slowing down, so that we start to connect in a mindful way, the breath, the movement, and the awareness, creating this moving meditation. And with your next inhale, lift both of your heels up high. As you exhale, invite them down. Do that 2 more cycles. Inhale, heels float up. Exhale, down. Opening up through the toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Bend the knees, look to the hands. Walk little steps up to them. As you inhale, come up halfway, lengthen through spine, bring the fingertips to the shins. Soften the knees as you exhale, fold. Do that 2 more cycles. Inhale, halfway lift, spine long, shoulders roll back and down. Soften through the knees. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, halfway lift, hands to hips. With a long spine, come all the way up. So push through the legs to come up. And as we find our way to the standing position called mountain pose, I'm just going to turn to face you. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Feel your feet a little bit apart, maybe hip width apart. Just roll your weight slightly forward so your heels become light. And then roll your weight back so your toes lift. And then find the space between those 2 directions. As you inhale, roll the shoulders forward, up. Exhale, shoulders roll back and down. 2 more like this. Inhale, they sweep up. Exhale, back and down. 1 more cycle. Inhale. Exhale, they roll back and down. So this is called mountain pose. If you can, close your eyes, bring the hands together in front of the heart. And as you feel with your eyes closed, if you can, that connection, that grounding down into the earth, through the base of your feet, growing tall up through the spine, through the crown of the head, the peak of a mountain. And the shoulders soften down. This is our central standing posture, mountain pose, Tadasana. 1 more full breath in. And long breath out. Let the eyes float open. Inhale, tuck the chin, look down. As you exhale through the mouth, interlace the fingers, palms press down. Do a few cycles of breath here. As you inhale through the nostrils, the arms sweep forward and up as the gaze follows up. Together, palms, Ha. The hands travel all the way down. Inhale for 5. Together, palms. Exhale for 5. Three more cycles. Inhale, imagine filling up in all directions. The gaze following one point on the hands. Together, palms. Exhale. Inhale. Together, exhale. Imagine like you're squeezing out all of your breath. The navel draws gently in and up as you empty. And we'll come back into mountain pose, rolling shoulders up, back, and down. Guide the breath again through the nostrils. As you inhale, sweep the arms overhead, interlace the fingers, release the index Cross the thumbs. Reach from the feet up through the body and then over to the right as the hips expand to the left. So as you move with your breath, there's a bit of a dance, a pulse. As you breathe in, the body softly lifts, lengthens, gets more spacious. And as you breathe out, reaching and lengthening, moving into that space. With your next breath in, lift up. Bend the elbows, the knees, change the interlace of the fingers, reach up and over to the other side. And you can, a little modification here is to lower that side arm down as you reach over. Especially if you had any neck or shoulder tightness or injury there. Just gently drawing the lower ribs in so there's no puffing out of low ribs or belly. And then inhale to come back up and then back into mountain as you exhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. Hands to heart. For eagle pose, reach the arms overhead. Right arm wraps under the left. So you're twist tying your arms, hands either together or you can hold the left thumb or the opposite shoulders. And then sit the hips back and down. The right leg travels high and around the left thigh. So you can either rest right toes on the ground, point them behind you. But just feeling that you're stacking the joints, ankles, knees, elbows, and wrists in the midline. Maybe you invite the weight back a little bit towards your left heel, sitting up nice and tall. Release the right leg as you inhale, reach the arms overhead. We'll flow to the other side. Exhale, the left arm wraps under. And you might just come here. Or if you're taking the left leg, wrapping it over, just making sure that whatever variation you're exploring in, that your breath can still flow. The breath is smooth and steady. Release the left leg as you inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Hands to heart center. Bring the feet together, inhale, lengthen up through the midline. As you exhale, hips sit back and down. We're making our way to a twist. Lengthen the spine, lift the chest up. Right arm crosses over, variations. Right forearm across both thighs. Fingertips wrapping around left thigh, left hand to low back. Or moving a bit deeper into the twist if that's what your body needs. Hooking, hands together, stacking elbows. Whichever variation, your knees stay in line, hips lower than the heart, head above the heart. And then at the bottom of your exhale, come back through center, inhale, reach, look, rise up. Hands to heart center, hips sit back and down. Inhale, lengthen, moving to the other side of your twist. So we want to twist without rounding the spine. So each breath in, imagine lengthening, sitting the hips back. As you exhale, the bottom ribs roll under and the top ribs rolling back. Back through center, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sweep the arms out and up, reaching up. Bend the knees however much you need and fold all the way in. From here, step your right foot back, lower the back knee down. You might either curl your mat under to give it a bit more padding, or place the pillow there if that's helpful. Then we'll center the legs a bit, the right hip's coming forward, the left hip's coming back. Lift up through the heart. So you can have your hands on the ground, or you can rest your forearm on the left thigh. Great. And then we'll bring the hands, fingertips onto the ground again. Curl the back toes under. And just lift your back leg up. Right hip forward, left hip back. That's scissoring the legs. High lunge, reach the arms overhead. You can be here, or you can lower your back knee down. One more breath in, reaching up through the fingertips. Lower the hands down, step back to downward facing dog and walk the legs out. Right foot steps between the hands, left knee comes down. Lift the heart, soften the shoulders, and just find a few non-rushing breaths here. You're welcome to stay here or bring a little more energy into this pose as we move into high lunge. Back toes curl under, back knee lifts up, back leg energizes. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. High lunge. Feeling that grounding through the base of the legs as you lift through low belly, heart, fingertips. We'll bring the hands down. Step back to downward facing dog. Walk the legs out. Great. Then bring the knees down, hips to the left, legs to the right. The left leg stays extended, the right foot crosses over and plants to the outside of the left thigh. Maintain a bit of energy in your left leg. The right hand comes behind you as a kickstand. We're moving into a twist here. So reach the left arm up with a breath in, and then take your left hand to the right calf. With your next inhale, lengthen up through the entire midline of your torso. As you exhale, draw the right shoulder back. Inhale, create a bit of space. Exhalation, gently twist. Nothing's forced. Just an invitation. Movement with breath. One more in and out. Come back to center. Switch legs, right leg extended, left foot plants, left hand back behind you, right arm up. And hook, right hand, left calf, breath in, lengthen up. And as you start the rotation, starting at the lower ribs. And as you inhale, softly coming out of it a bit. As you exhale, allowing the breath to guide you in. Coming back through center with your next inhale, and little counter twist with your exhale. Come back through center. We'll make our way onto our back, so shifting forward a little bit, bringing your upper body onto the floor. Then just taking your hands onto the kneecaps and gently rocking side to side. let the feet come onto the ground mat width. The knees fall into each other. Tuck the shoulder blades under the chest plate. The arms fall alongside the body, palms turn up. Chin tucks gently, just enough to lengthen through the back of the neck. As we make our way towards our final posture of Shavasana or relaxation. Feel your belly soft, your rib cage soft. As you inhale, breathe into your belly, your ribs. Exhale through the mouth. And breath into the belly, expanding the ribs, the upper chest. Exhale through your mouth, any sounds or sighs. One more cycle. In, filling all the way up. Letting it go. You can stay here. It's more supportive to your lower back with your legs like this, or extend the legs out to the corners of your mat. Make any little adjustments required so that you're comfortable. You're supported, easeful. And then just letting go of everything that we've done. Letting go of guiding, of controlling the breath. And just allowing the breath to roll into the body and to flow out of the body with sweetness and easefulness. If you can, stay here for another 5 minutes or so. Thank you for sharing your breath, your energy. A lovely rest of your day. Namaste.